Hey, my name's Haley, and the pillar of lifestyle medicine that I was going to focus on today is restorative sleep. So, the definition for restorative sleep is just sleep associated with improved subjective alertness, cognitive function, mood, energy, and/or well-being relative to the immediate pre-sleep period. And for the American College of Lifestyle Medicine, they don't have a ton of guidelines for restorative sleep, but the ones they do have is an adult should get about 7 to 9 hours of sleep per night, and that's quality sleep. And so, like, the next one that they have is you want quality over quantity. So it's better to get it would be better to get like 7 hours of, quality sleep rather than 10 hours of poor sleep. And so they also say another guideline is to create a really good sleep environment or have a good sleep hygiene, which is a term I saw a lot whenever I was doing some research for this. And that will help improve the quality of your sleep and kind of give you like good surroundings for that. So after reading all the articles and through the lectures from when we learned about this, I saw that good sleep can really improve your immune system, metabolism, mood, heart health, memory, and it also is really beneficial in reducing the risk of chronic diseases. But poor sleep can impair brain function. It can decrease your mood, decrease your energy levels. It can impair your muscle control. It can also impair like certain hormones, like such as testosterone, and it can weaken your immune system. And I saw, according to a chapter from this lifestyle medicine book that I found, the chapter was all about restorative sleep. If you have like continuous short periods of sleep, it puts you at a 55% more chance to be obese, 50% more risk of diabetes, and 50% more risk of Alzheimer's disease. So definitely want to get good, solid periods of quality sleep. For having restorative sleep, there's lots of strategies you can use, and the article that I found was mainly focusing on strategies for elite soccer players because a lot of times those soccer players are going to have to be doing some late night games, They could range anywhere from starting at like 8 p.m. to 10 p.m. Like the teams that I watch, a lot of our games, they don't end until like midnight because the game doesn't even start until it's completely dark outside, So doing that, you're later at night when you should be asleep based on like the natural lighting of the day, but instead you're under the harsh stadium lights, and then a lot of times they travel back home in those days, or like, so the airport lights, and even just like screen lights, it's just not, there's a lot of things that these athletes might have to do. So the article was saying that there's lots of ways to, fix their sleep and have it to be more fulfilling and quality. They were talking about, one was how when you are looking at like your screens, you're taking in light waves, and that's not good for you. It's not natural light. But sometimes there are shorter wavelengths that come from like blue or green light that is way better for you, and you can actually like have better sleep if you use that instead of just normally looking at your phone. So a lot of people will get blue light glasses. I know my dad has some because he has to work at his computer all day and sometimes late in the night, and it just helps with your vision and your sleep overall. So that's one strategy. Another one could just be like they take ice baths. Apparently reducing your body temperature just slightly before bed also improves your sleep. And then the one that I saw like a specific experiment for was this dawn simulator, and essentially it's better to have the natural lighting kind of like slowly creep in the morning while you're still asleep, and then eventually wake you up at like it's hitting dawn and the sun's slowly rising. And apparently that will improve your alertness when you wake up and just your energy overall. So they had a dawn simulation, and they had some people sleep with the dawn simulation and be like woken up through that, and some people just be woken up, probably through their alarms or some other way. And it showed that there was a 4.7% improvement in performance compared for those who did the dawn simulator than those who did not. And for the FIT principles, the frequency, intensity, time, type, it was kind of hard to find these as well, but frequency, you're gonna sleep, you want to sleep every night, and like I said earlier, 7 to 9 hours every single night. Below 7 hours is gonna be put you at risk for certain things. Above 9 hours is gonna put you at risk for certain things. So you really want to hit that sweet spot. And then there's also different stages of sleep. There's stage 1, 2, 3, and then REM sleep. So stage 1 is kind of like when you're transitioning from being awake to asleep, so it's pretty short. Stage 2 is going to be about 20 minutes of just kind of like in the beginning parts of sleep. So you're not like deeply asleep yet, but you are asleep. Stage 3 is also kind of short. Oh, sorry. For stage 2, you're going to be in that for like about 50% of the time. And then stage 3 is just the beginning of deep sleep. So it's kind of like another transition stage where you're going from one to the other. And then for REM sleep, that stands for rapid eye movement. And this is your deep quality sleep that you really need. And that's going to be like 1.5 to 2 hours. So those are kind of like the types of sleep, and the time and intensity kind of rolled into one, I feel like. So yeah, that's basically all there is for restorative sleep. But overall, it's super, super important for quality. There's lots of different strategies you can do. I know another one was meditation, and even like certain foods that you eat. I believe like eating protein before bed can be really beneficial for you as well, or at least it digests better, which is another good thing for the athletes from the one study that I mentioned. But yeah.